Getting a job is one of those things in life that makes you feel independent and strong. There are many sites that are catered to helping you get a job and making connections with possible employers, LinkedIn being one of the biggest ones. With that being said, when using these sites, we are putting all our trust in the people who we believe will give us the opportunity of employment. But what if these employers are not genuine? What if they are scammers? In today's video, we will be taking a look at what is LinkedIn, how it's being used by scammers, and what LinkedIn are doing to tackle the problem. Hello and welcome to another KYC Lookup video where we bring you AML related content to help you enhance your knowledge in the fight against money laundering. Before diving into today's video, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Oh, and don't forget to leave us a comment with any suggested topics you would like us to cover in the future. We also have a special announcement to make, so be sure to watch until the end to find out what it is. So, on to today's video. What is LinkedIn? LinkedIn is an American business and employment-oriented online service that operates via websites and mobile apps. Launched on May 5th, 2003, the platform is primarily used for professionals' networking and career development, and allows job seekers to post their CVs and employers to post jobs. LinkedIn allows members, both workers and employers, to create profiles and connect with each other in an online social network, which may represent real-world professional relationships. Members can invite anyone, whether an existing member or not, to become a connection. LinkedIn can also be used to organise offline events, join groups, write articles, publish job postings, post photos and videos, and more. How is LinkedIn being used by scammers? For the majority of people, LinkedIn is an incredible tool to connect them to possible employers, and many go on to have successful careers. However, there have been some emerging stories of scammers setting up shop on the site to snare their unsuspecting victims. But how do they do this, you may be thinking? Well, the scam is thought out and easy to set up. The scammer will place an advertisement for a job or role and wait for victims to start connecting and sending in their CV. Once the scammer contacts the possible victim, the ball starts rolling. They will then set up a fake interview and take the person through the whole process, all the way up until the end when they finally give the person the role. The scammer will then send the employee a link which will send them to a page which looks like the company's payroll page, where they will need to add their personal details. Once the information is added, the scammer will keep the details and disappear. Let's take a closer look at a case. A big story to hit the headlines and reported by the BBC was of a company called Madbird. Madbird was set up as a digital company who tricked many people into working for them. Headed by CEO Ali Ayed, who would post job ads on LinkedIn to get people to apply, and then set up Zoom calls with fake employers and unsuspecting employees being introduced and talking about upcoming work. Workers were told they had to work from home as the pandemic was still in full force, and if you wanted to communicate with your colleagues, you were encouraged to email or use Zoom, so no one actually went to the office or met face to face. Employees were also recruited from abroad with the condition that if they met their targets and passed their probation period, then a representative from the company would sponsor them to come to the UK. Sounds like a great company to work for, right? Ali Ayed was what some might say very charismatic and set the scene well on how he progressed through the ranks at Nike and became the creative designer. So hearing tales of his high-flying lifestyle didn't seem far-fetched. But before the red flags started flying, and even before the truth about Madbird was revealed, its workers had a problem. Because of the unusual way their contracts had been written, they were yet to be paid. They were working on a commission-only basis for the first 6 months of their employment. And only after then, they were going to have a salary of about £35,000. That's $47,300 for most. Until then, they would only earn a percentage of every deal they negotiated. They were all young adults looking for work and living through a pandemic. Many felt they had no choice but to accept their terms of their contracts. After only a couple of weeks of working at Madbird, one employee, Gemma Brett, became curious about where she would be possibly working when the pandemic was over and decided to research the official address given for the company offices. The discovery was made that in fact it was not an address for a business, but actually a residential address. She then contacted the estate agent from the building, who confirmed her discovery. This was the beginning of the end for the web of lies. Profile pictures of supposed business partners turned out to be fake and were stolen from other internet profiles. Madbird's supposed business partner, Dave Stanfield's profile picture, turned out to be, using facial recognition technology, a Prague-based beehive maker named Mikhail Kallis. When he was tracked down, he confirmed he had never heard of Madbird, Ali Ayed, or Dave Stanfield. Employers and Zoom call participants all turned out to be fake pictures and were indeed scammers. Ali's own backstory crumbled too. He had never worked for Nike as a creative lead in the US, like he claimed. Nike confirmed to the BBC in writing it hadn't employed anyone by his name or any of his aliases. To conclude, Madbird came crashing down, leaving a devastating effect on all the people who had worked tirelessly on building up this company that wasn't even real, and all of whom who were never getting paid. Until this day, Ali Ayed denies any wrongdoing and claims he was also duped and a victim. What is LinkedIn doing to tackle the problem? As mentioned at the start of the video, LinkedIn is an excellent place to make connections and put employers and people looking for work in contact. LinkedIn states in its professional guidelines that LinkedIn reserves the right to restrict, suspend, or terminate your account if you breach this contract or the law or are misusing the services. We don't tolerate content intended to scam, defraud, or deceive others for monetary gain. We remove phishing links, malware, known or suspected scam content, and fraudulent content and permanently restrict the accounts of known fraudsters or scammers. We allow members to raise awareness and educate others about scams, as well as condemn fraudulent activities. However, we'll remove such content when it contains sensitive information, such as personally identifiable information, or functional phishing, malware, or scam links. There is only so much LinkedIn can do, so we all must work together to expose these fraudsters and put an end to their scams. Being able to speak up and report them is key. Never feel ashamed or scared to tell your story if you have been scammed, as this could help someone else to also come forward. Well, there you have it. What is LinkedIn? How scammers are using it to defraud their victims, and what LinkedIn is doing about it. Now for the special announcement mentioned at the start of the video. We have now launched our very own courses for you to take a more in-depth look at a variety of subjects, such as Introduction to AML, Beneficial Ownership, and Customer Risk Rating, for example. So make sure you visit our website for further details and let us help you connect the dots in KYC. Thank you for watching the video, and if you made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe to watch more amazing videos.